I'm Katie Gardner, and I'm an instructor and doula with Birth Boot Camp. With my first birth, my first child, I was wanting to take a birth class, and I have a friend who recommended Birth Boot Camp, and we took that class online. And it was a natural birth, and the labor was fantastic. All the information from Birth Boot Camp was great, but there was some unexpected things that happened during delivery, and as a result, my daughter died 4 days later. And after that, in a lot of ways, both my husband and I grieved really well, but in a lot of other ways, we didn't. There was a lot of self-blame, and it was rough. But, when I got pregnant again, I just decided natural birth probably wasn't for me. Tried it once, it was great, but my body clearly is broken, and I'm not able to do this. And so, we scheduled the C-section, and scheduled the C-section, and then that week I spontaneously went into labor. And I was in denial I was in labor. and I just, maybe I had the flu, maybe I just needed to go to the bathroom, maybe I should eat something. And I walked around our house and I labored for a really long time by myself. And then, around 12:30 in the morning, my husband wakes up and he starts trying to time these, but they're not really consistent, so clearly they can't be real contractions. And then I start making, the noises one makes during labor. And my mom comes upstairs and forces my husband and I into the car, and we go to the hospital, and my son was born 30 minutes later, and he was early, and he did do a little bit of time in the NICU, but my body did it, and he was fine, and he's healthy and happy in here. And so when that happened, I started thinking maybe I wasn't broken. I started learning and researching and trying to figure out what happened. And eventually, I got all my answers, but I kept going. And I had to decide, what am I going to do with this information that I have? And, I decided I wanted to serve those in my community and serve other women like me. There doesn't seem to be a lot of middle ground, honestly, in the birth community sometimes. And there are women who need that middle ground. Another thing I like about Birth Boot Camp is they talk about how every intervention is necessary at one point. It's just knowing when it is necessary. And that's very valuable and actually kind of comforting information for women who know that birth isn't going to look exactly like the peaceful water birth in the tub in their home. You want everybody to be as prepared as they possibly can be. And sometimes that's a little bit intimidating, and you wind up second guessing yourself, making sure that everybody has everything that they can. But honestly, nothing feels better than watching somebody go from being unsure or an anxious mess to being somebody so confident that they could walk into a room and know that they can do this. Like, no matter what happens, they can do this. And that's fantastic.